And here we are, everybody, at the Senso-ji temple. Unbelievable. Now, we've seen the squad land yesterday. We even seen Fabian share saying it was a little bit warmer than usual. You're kidding me. You're kidding me, Fabian. And we've seen Miguel Miron and Martin Dubravka have also joined the rest of the squad. So has Tonali, despite the fact he can't play. But Goran Kowal and Alex Murphy have been left behind. Are they getting a loan somewhere else? We'll have to wait and see on that. Of course, we've seen Bruno Gomes have his flight from Brazil all the way to Japan, which is longer than the UK. Credit him. And he arrived at the hotel. Of course, Joe Litton straight away, high five and lots of cuddles. He also said hello to the new lads as well. And of course, welcome back his teammates back as well. So that was great to see. After that, the club went out for a little stroll around the place just to get the bearings, to see what was happening. And of course, we do have more club events later this week, which I'll keep you touched upon. Now, interestingly, Paul Mitchell has also flown over with the squad, so any developments with transfers, you would think he'll be on it, because there's no time difference between the UK and Japan. So hopefully by the end of this trip, Newcastle are one step closer to finding their next player, and hopefully it's a right winger. Now, the training sessions won't be as tense as you can imagine because of the heat. It's anywhere between 35 to 38 currently at the moment, with sun just beating on everybody. There's not enough wind as well, so the air doesn't feel very fresh, but as you can imagine, taking it easy over here. Right, so we're just going to pause the video just there, as I'm going to tell you why I'm here at the Senso-ji. I've actually visited 2 temples today, but this one was the most touristy and the other one was in a forest. But since I'm here, I'm going to tell you a little bit about it and then we'll get back to football. Is that alright? Let's do it. Right, so obviously I've mentioned the Senso-ji, also known as Asakusa-kanan, is an ancient Buddhist temple, which is obviously it's just in Tokyo, as we all know. It's the oldest established temple in the city, and it's one of the most significant. It's dedicated to Kannon, the Bodhisattva of compassion. Structures in the temple complex including the main hall, a 5-story pagoda and large gate. It is widely the visited religious site in the world with over 30 million visitors annually. That is quite incredible. It was actually bombed in the World War, 10th of March 1945, which is incredible. And of course, they rebuilt it in the 50s. There we're gone. That's pretty cool, look at that. Cools people down. People are even queuing for it. I bet you've been taught a lesson or two, haven't you, today? History lessons here on NFTV. Of course, the club have obviously put the billboards out about the third kit, which is now available. They were all across the, I've got to be careful how it pronounces, the Shibuya area, where there's just manic people just crossing the roads. I have pronounced that wrong, haven't I? But I did want to talk upon the Kieran Trippier situation, because he isn't out here, and we didn't expect him to be out here. Neither did we expect Anthony Gordon. However, I didn't like his post on Instagram. Now, it's not to say that he's not leaving or he is leaving, but it's very cryptic, isn't it? Why are you posting that? Obviously, we know he's had extended time off, as I mentioned, same as Gordon. However, if you put a post out that you're off on holiday, why would you post it with your mates? And then we find out that your pal is chief scout or one of the scouts at El Etifak. I don't know, maybe that post shouldn't have gone out. Obviously it is his pal, but Trippier would have known that would have caused a stir without a shadow of a doubt across social media, and it did. People have made videos about it, we haven't. We touched upon it very briefly now, but he knows that it's... Look, does it mean anything? Probably not, but there is speculation that he's selling his house. He said speculation about him, about his other half, and obviously he had to leave the England camp, if you remember, last year as well. So I don't think it's in a good place, the Kieran Trippier situation at the moment, but he's not out yet. But I just thought I'd touch upon that because it is a negative story currently at the club at the minute, even though it might all be a load of beep, but it's still negative though, isn't it, these stories? Newcastle held an open training session today with the likes of Newcastle World and the Chronicle there, filming it, documenting it. Goalkeepers, we've got 6 goalkeepers over on this tour. We've got the defenders out there separately. We had the midfielder, Sean Longstaff was involved, and Lloyd Kelly was also involved in training. So we'll have to wait and see if they play tomorrow. But yeah, and obviously the strikers, as I say. But yeah, interesting that it's been an open training session, but it's pre-season, you know. It doesn't really matter if we win, lose or draw, but you know, winning does breed confidence. But it was nice that the journals got an open session. Good look at them as well. So fair play to them lads. God, my face is a bit burnt now, isn't it? Next up, transfer speculation. You know how I feel about it, so I'm not going to be touching upon it much over here. But with the consistent links to the defender Malak Thiaw, I don't know how to pronounce his name. Not very good today on my pronunciations. But his agent has come out and denied reports that Newcastle put a bid in for the centre-back. And again, I have to say, we've already got 4 centre-backs. Depends what happens with Alex Murphy. Does he go out on loan? Because you've got Emil Kraft who can play there. You've got Lloyd Kelly who can play there. You've got Dan Burn. And you've also got Fabian Schär. So there's 4. And then you've obviously got Jamal Lascelles and Sven Botman, who are likely to return in, December time. So we might be overstacked by the time Christmas comes. So you just got to be careful on that as well. But the last thing I want to touch upon is the fan events. Obviously, there's one later on at the shop where Shola's meeting fans. So that's a great chance for people who have not met Shola. And later on this week, of course, the club are having a couple more which I'll be at. And also Tokyo, Toonami, Japan are also having their own fan event this Friday as well. So I'll pop along and get some footage for you as well. But hope you've enjoyed coming here, showing you a little bit of history, mixing it in with football. I'm actually off to another temple somewhere else in the city before I go and head and get me lunch, because it's currently late morning here in Tokyo. But obviously I'm putting this video out with different time to help with the time difference in the UK. Obviously match day is fast approaching. We'll have all the usual last word vlog, of course, coming with that as well. But I'm actually really loving it. Weather is beautiful, it's hot, but I'd rather it be like this than absolutely chucking it down. But from the temple here, it's Senso-ji. I love yous and leave yous, everyone. Ta-da.